my name is Attorney Walter, if not the third. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. All right, let's talk about question 163 of the top 200 Social Security Disability hearing questions that you're likely to hear at your ALJ hearing. Remember, if you want to help me out throughout this process for making these videos, please leave me 5 stars on Google, Avo, Better Business Bureau, things like that. If you're not sure how to do it, just look at the bio area below. There's a link there. Click it, takes you right to the thing for a review, and you're all set. All right, let's go through this question number 163. All right, are there any things in the environment that trigger your impairment or impairments to become worse, more severe, more erratic, more limiting, etc.? Okay, keep in mind it's 1 a.m. so far, so I am a little bit tired at this point. All right, things that you can include with that are the classics: loud noises, vibrations, blinking lights, hot, cold, dust, blah, 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 pulmonary irritants. I usually like claimants to go ahead and outline specifics as to the type of area or to give the Ralph Lauren creation of an area to the judge. This makes it seem more direct. It also makes it seem more relatable. When you say, well, loud noises, well, tell me about that. Where are you having issues with loud noises, and what impairment seems to cause those loud, noise restriction limitations? So, for example, think about it. Okay, well, construction zones, not a library. So where else is it loud? Airports. Where is it loud? Bowling alleys. Where is it loud? Rock concerts. Just come up with 10 places in your head that represent loud places that you'd have a tough time with, and be able to explain what's unique about those and why your impairments wouldn't do well with them. The whole point of this is to show how things you come across in the environment would go ahead and basically limit your ability to do basic functions when, and remember, some things in the environment, they're rare. You're not going to come across them that often. Things that have strobing lights on them. You just don't come across that stuff very often. Things that have a particular smell to them. You're just not going to come across that stuff very often. But certain things like cold, going around freezers, having to be in a kitchen environment where it's hot, cooking food. Those are the sorts of things that you would come across more often. All right. I want you to think about how your impairments limit your ability to do things with those functions, those environmental restrictions in play. So let's say that you've got a problem with your knees, and your knees swell up really bad when it's hot out, or if there's a storm coming or whatever, and then you're unable to walk. Those are important. And if you're not currently telling your doctor about those, there's one judge in Orlando who doesn't want to hear it. If it was not previously mentioned in the record for an environmental restriction, they don't want to hear it. Heaven forbid, and I've made this argument before, but heaven forbid the claimant did not know to make that association to the doctor as to their limitations. Heaven forbid they didn't know that, and then when being directly asked this question in the hearing, they were to give an answer with more detail than they were able to their physician. Heaven forbid they do that, and then if they had this judge, the judge would just cut it off and say it's not in the record, prior medical treatment, vocational limitation, or accommodation, I'm not having it in the record. I object, overruled. And you go back and forth. I don't go back and forth with that judge anymore. There's no point. She knows exactly what she wants to do with the claim before the claimant even walks in there. Very rarely have I been able to persuade that judge to go a different route. And and that's another thing too. Real quick sidetrack before we go to 164. Some of these judges, and you'll have to ask your attorney, but some of these judges, some of you guys think you're going in front of. I love the people. I want to go in front of a judge. I want to tell you that. And I commend you. But don't be an idiot. These judges do more hearings per week, per month, per year. Take the 2 oldest disability attorneys that you can find, supposedly the most experienced ones that they are, right? The most penultimate experience. One of those judges has more experience for hearings than those disability attorneys. combined, the two of them. And here's why. All they do all day is one function, and that is adjudicate claims at the hearing level. Disability attorneys, got the initial filing level, we got the DDS recon level, we got the OHO hearing level, we got the OHOA appeals council level, we got the federal district court, circuit court, supreme court. Then we have to do sales. Then we have to do website building, SEO, administrative CMS program, client management system, email server, online media creation for advertising in general. There's a lot of hats there that have to be worn. But that judge, all they do are hearings. That's it. That's all they do are hearings. That's why I think to myself one day, that might be a good option if I want something a lot more relaxed, a lot more low-key, a lot more consistent. All right, guys. So that's question 163. We're going to be going on to question 164 next. These are the top 200. If you want the most updated information, shoot me an email, give me a call. I go live 8 to 10 every Thursday on YouTube. You call the phone number below. Remember to use a fake name when you call in. Okay, that's how we keep it anonymous. That way I don't have to worry about who you are, what's going on, attorney-client relations, all that stuff. It's purely you call in with a question because you're not sure. All right, I'll catch you a little bit later and we'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.